Jay-Z has been playing a massive psychological game with the rap industry for 30 years. He is the undisputed king of the subliminal diss, damaging reputations, freezing momentum, and sending warnings without always saying a name.
And I'm not saying that he was dissing me in particular.
Yeah, but then when Jay-Z, when I talked to him, I didn't really say that. I don't, man.
Right. And he wasn't talking about Drake at the Roots Picnic freestyle either.
We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga, the jig is up.
My next update, the jig is up.
This is the story of the ultimate hip-hop paradox, the billionaire boss who claims he is totally above the drama,
I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore,
while secretly throwing the sharpest darts in the game.
700 horses. When we fixing to leave?
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with her. Her kid can't even take their kids.
Today, we are opening up the vault. We're tracking down every single documented subliminal of Jay-Z's career.
And then he said he'll purchase asylum. Like, but they...
Political refugee asylum can be purchased.
From Mase.
Yeah, he was talking about me because at that time, I don't think...
To Nas.
Joneses can't keep up. Maybe my nigga Nas, but I got strong after ether.
To the Roc-A-Fella Civil War, all the way to Drake in the modern era. And more importantly, we are matching every single shot with the moment that he tried to deny it.
I'm talking to myself the whole time.
So, you know, that ain't about nothing, you know, it's all cool. There's no problem there.
I'm not talking about Kanye when I say you dropped out of school, you lost your principal.
You know, but you offended Jay-Z. Fuck him.
That changes now, Sean. You must respond.
Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still with him.
This is the cap story of Jay-Z.
You got cap in your raps. You got cap in your raps.
In the late 90s, a particular form of dissing began to dominate. While I can't tell you when subliminal dissing was invented, it was definitely the late great Biggie Smalls who popularized it. Hip-hop's first king of New York practically made an entire subliminal diss album called Life After Death, where he took shots at all the artists, even in discussion for the crown. But he is more known for one of the greatest subliminal diss tracks of all time, Who Shot Ya? The track would start a bloody war between him and Pac. Tupac would claim the track was about him.
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opposite. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets.
While I'm in jail, strangers is telling me, yo, you don't know? Biggie homeboy shot you. Cause they bragging.
It's on, nigga. All that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek.
So that's how I knew who shot me.
Big would gaslight Pac about the track repeatedly.
By now you figure, you talking about that nigga, but your weak ass assumptions. Lead leg to dumping, IV to pumping, you are feeling something. That's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand that if you was to get shot 5 times, mind is that's completely spinning, you know what I'm saying? You're real confused about your situation.
And thus, a subculture was born. But what shouldn't get lost is the second verse was a subliminal to one of his friends / pupils, Jay-Z.
Now shout out with Raw C Papa. Feel 1,000 deaths when I drop ya.
Biggs gave me the Who Shot Ya CD. He called me like it was like we had some kind of beef or something. He like, yo, meet me on 125th right now. he, you know, I get out my car, get in his car. He plays the song, be like, yeah, here. He's like, yeah, you keep that.
But Big wouldn't keep the subliminals to just one track.
In crazy way, without rap, I was crazy straight. Partner, I'm still spending money from 88.
Conscience of your nonsense in 88. So more powder than Johnson & Johnson.
When Biggie passed, his pupil would be the one that would make the subliminal diss his moniker. 14 albums, 25 Grammys, and $2.8 billion later, your boy Hov still has the Midas touch. In 2026, performing an a cappella freestyle filled with tons of subliminals aimed at former colleagues and business partners who's been throwing shade over the past few years.
If she would have transitioned if I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games.
And just like how his big brother Big did with him, he would use the same tactic to handle someone who used to be like family to him.
You know, but you offended Jay-Z. Fuck him.
Kanye West.
It feels like you still have a little bit of animosity there.
I'm evil.
But this wouldn't be a reply to lyrics, but rather actions. Ye famously ranted about Jay-Z's lack of being reliable family.
You want to know how I'm feeling? Come by the house. Bring the kids by the house. Like your brothers.
As well as cheating him on a title deal. Jay would have a few things to say or not say. He would do this on a track called Kill Jay-Z. And when Jay-Z was asked about the 444 diss, this was his response.
So it ain't even about a Kanye diss. It's not a diss. It's really, I'm talking to myself the whole time. I'm not talking about Kanye when I say you dropped out of school, you lost your principles. I'm talking about me.
There was another sub on a track called Bam, where Jay-Z would address, but not address, Kanye West's title claims.
My advice is just don't be too nice to niggas. Just set the price so niggas will live your life, my nigga.
Yes, give me a price and shut the fuck up, pretty much. Whether he wanted it or not, Ye will be a primary target at the Roots picnic.
You ever heard of a Wonder King? My children and some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin as an unharmed player.
He would refer to Ye using mental health as a reason to roast Jay-Z's kids on a tweet.
The Jay-Z tweet, Jay-Z's kids tweet makes the Nazi shit that even seems so bad.
You can't take it! Y'all thugs with y'all thugs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, shrink.
One of Jay's longtime pupils when it comes to subliminal tracks will be none other than Drake, who may be the only artist with a comparable amount of subs as Jay. It will be a 2014 Rolling Stone interview that Drake would state that no one wants to hear an older rapper talking about artwork. Carter will respond, not with a sub, but more directly.
Sorry, Mr. Drizzy, for so much y'all talk. Silly me, rapping about shit that I already bought. Rebel got guns they ain't shot. And a bunch of other silly shit that they ain't got.
Well, the competition between the two began to heat up, similar to Ye, reneging on a title deal just days before presentation. And he would compile this with a jab of his own at Hove.
Oh, it's your time now, yeah, that's what everybody say. I used to want to be on Roc-A-Fella, then I turned into Jay.
One thing's for sure, Aubrey is no Jay-Z. He will confirm this on a DJ Khaled track, I Got the Keys.
Till you own your own, you can't be free. Till you own your own, you can't be me. How we still slaves in 2016.
The subs would continue when William H. Holler would declare never to compare him to anyone with ghostwriting rumors.
I know you ain't out here talking numbers right. I know you ain't out here talking summers right. I know you walking around talking down, saying bullshit when you were running right.
After a few years of uneasy peace, Drake would use his surprise 3-album drop to throw some fresh disrespect.
You niggas be hitting the net for some love, you a tennis ball.
On the track, Whisper My Name, he targets the famous $500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z internet debate.
I take 500K down to dinner, I never could learn shit from none of y'all.
Also, on Janice, Shut the F Up, Drake, while in the midst of breaking Jay-Z's #1 Billboard album record, he would tell the world the jig is up.
You boys got big on my name, that's big enough. We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga, the jig is up. Damn, y'all was really all hopping back there, huh? Now your names got redacted, yeah. Now a nigga got a fact check.
Obviously, someone forgot to tell Sean because Aubrey will become one of the main targets at Jay's now notorious Roots Picnic freestyle.
My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up to Hove. I never looked up to them.
In this freestyle, Jay-Z once again claims there's no comparison between the two, especially since those white people own your masters.
The crackers got your publishing, gangster. Go talk tough to them.
The bars would refer to Drake's displeasure shown to his own record label, UMG, who pretty much owns Drake's career thus far.
Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers.
Perpetuity means forever.
In perpetuity's how your contract is worded.
This will all more than likely be the premise of a beef soon to be released.
Crazy.
It's live, we the champions, you heard Michael Jackson.
Jay-Z's Subliminals were not only aimed at other rappers trying to take his crown. Some of the coldest lines were saved for the people that helped him build the castle in the first place. After Jay-Z would drain the swamp with Roc-A-Fella taking full ownership, he wouldn't do this without words being dropped. One of the first to get it would be that of Amil, which was so slick at the time folks thought it was a shout out, when the truth was he had dropped the mill for whatever reason.
I don't know, man. You know, I was telling the mill a lot. Like, I was like, yo, can I get it? It's not your record.
He would say as much on the Ruler's back.
With me, you gotta drop a mill, cause if you're gonna cop something, you gotta cop for real.
No disrespect to Amil. Like, I wish he would have appreciated that moment a little better.
Well, Jay-Z and Dame's in-house beef is something well documented at this point, all stemming from Jay-Z's backhanded business dealings when Jay would fully take over the Roc-A-Fella label, taking Dame's Discovery Kanye with him. It would be the Diamonds Are Forever track.
Yep, I got it from here, yeah, damn.
Where he would display epic wordplay, having a subliminal sit-down conversation with Dame Dash.
The chain remains, the gang is intact. The name is mine, I'll take blame for that.
Practically telling him he'll take it from here.
Had had to get off the boat so I could walk on water. This ain't no tall order, this is nothing to me. Difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week.
And the most telling line will be filled with layers. During the Roc-A-Fella breakup, Roc-A-Fella artist Petey Crack was in a small bidding war between Dame and Jay, where Hove would win, and Sean would definitely rub it in.
The pressure's on, but guess who ain't gonna crack? Pardon me, I had to laugh at that.
Well, Petey would never get an album himself, so that would be the end of his story.
I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business, damn.
What you think made the situation go sour? Because it was just so much positive. It looked like y'all had so much of an upside with the dynasty era.
Jealousy, greed, and envy, man, amongst themselves. Whether it was Jay or...
But for Dame, that wouldn't be it.
Wasn't playing a day role, so we parted ways like Ben and J-Lo.
On Lost Ones, Jay would make the claim that if true, that Dame is the reason for Jay's success, then do it again.
I heard saying they made Ho say, okay, so make another hole.
Through the years, first Dame will be stubborn on any Jigga talk.
Yeah, but we
I'm sick of that question. I just told you. Next
That's
question.
okay. That's cool.
No more Jay-Z questions. I answered you.
Talking about gossip, I ain't talking about game, I ain't talking about Jimmy, I ain't talking about Dame.
But recently, after getting the new set of teeth,
just see me, see if I'm the real deal.
most of his interviews would now be all about Sean, after years of silence on the matter.
But what I found out later was Jay had set that meeting up.
The yapping would, of course, grant him a Roots Picnic subliminal.
Just see me, see if I'm the real deal.
Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blade. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth. And somehow, I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game. And nut-ass niggas still stuttering.
So you gonna tell me somebody said something
And Chatty Patty down on his luck again.
and not tell me who said it, you chatty patty.
Dame will be far from the only one upset that things were changing. One of the Roc's most well-known crash outs didn't like the way that he was getting dealt with.
The rapper Sean called the police on me, cause I was front row at the Blueprint 3.
Trying to talk to Jay personally would get the cops called on him. So Beans, a master of words himself, will put out a litany of direct disses about Hove.
The man side of beans raise the hairs on your back. Niggas talking about compared to seed, you whack. Scrap, I know you want to talk about that.
Jay-Z would question where all this was coming from.
Beanie Sigel is complaining a lot these days.
Well, he has a lot to complain about.
After stating Beans wasn't important enough to talk about, he would follow it up with another sub on a track with Drake called Light Up. Here, he would seemingly state that those you help career-wise will change on you.
With silly rap trying to distract you, in disguise in the form of a favor. The Barzini meeting, watch for the traitors.
As well as Dame Dash 2.
You let them tell it, they swear that they invented you.
People would say this was about Beans because he was right in the middle of a press run.
I listen to music, and I'm not saying that he was dissing me in particular in Blueprint 3. He was talking about shit as in a whole, and I was a part of that whole. So if don't nobody else speak up.
But let's not forget one of the biggest reasons we got here. Dame bringing on Cam and the entire Dipset roster to Roc-A-Fella without even checking in with Jay. So when everything was over, Cam's rock contract would be thrown out the window. Cam was not silent about tactics being used by Hove. He would move this battle to the booth and release one of the lesser known but devastating disses against Jay-Z, Gotta Love It and Swagger Jacker, hosted by none other than K-Slade.
All right, let's get into this joint.
Warning. It was these songs where he would detail all of Jay-Z's swindling moves, from upscaling his bars using others.
I don't think he wrote nothing, ever. You like Mark McGuire on steroids, man. You hit a whole bunch of home runs, and you on steroids. You don't write shit.
I'm not a writer, I'm a writer, I'm a writer.
When the remedies in the system, ain't no telling. When I fuck them, will I diss them? That's what these hoes yelling. I'm a pimp by blood.
When I'm in the system, ain't no telling when I fuck 'em, will I diss 'em? That's what they be yelling, I'm a pimp by blood.
Till his wicked ways of business.
Stole Roc-A-Fella from Dame. Second, you stole Kanye from Dame. Third,
and even confirming it was Jay-Z who came for blood when he almost got his car jacked in DC.
I seen the nigga throw that diamond up before them shots was fired.
After publicly squashing his beef with Nas, Jay-Z would appear in an interview with the Queensbridge native where he responded to Cam's accusations.
Does he go too far when he says or suggests somebody from Roc-A-Fella shot him? Of course. That's just criminal.
When asked if he was going to respond, this time he left it open.
But like I said, no, I doesn't want a response from me. I mean, now though, you know, I just like to leave that possibility out there. I just like to leave that possibility out there.
Not ever being one to shy away from beef in the booth, Jigga would finally address the situation on a track called Dig a Hole, where he would confirm Cam's accusations. He would start off by identifying the target.
Only time you went black, my chain was on your neck, that's an actual fact.
Cam's only platinum plaque came from his short time at The Roc.
So I'm praying that it spills outside of the booth. That's when y'all niggas outside of your truth. Niggas throwing rock signs outside of your coop.
He would even have a Jim Jones sub.
A little punk ass buck. That's it, nigga. That's ballin'. Alright. I guess men lie, women lie. The numbers don't.
After getting dozens of mixtape subs from Jim Jones, Hov would go on the balling track to highlight how Dipset got ran out of their own stomping grounds.
Get paper, tote big things, chase niggas around their own ball game. Ball game, nigga, it's over for you lanes.
And of course, he had to throw Dame Dash in there.
Give me back the chain, it's over for you dames.
And he even had a sub for Nas.
Joneses can't keep up. Maybe my nigga Nas, but I got strong after ether.
But even Max B would get a sub for doing a hook.
This is 40, nigga, we from the slum. Dipset, pushing 40, nigga, you not the one.
Stunting to the max like wavy.
He even repeated the line to make sure the line wasn't missed.
Oh, stunting to the max, I'm so wavy. This is Chopper TJ Maxx back in 83.
I personally don't know whether to label this as positive or negative, but Jay-Z was once asked about Max B.
Hey Jay, can I get a free Max B?
And when asked about the back and forth with Dipset, here was his response.
We've heard you come back at people that have come at you before.
Yeah.
What we saying, keep a close eye. But you talk to everybody.
No, I haven't spoken to anybody. I'm just digesting the whole thing, man.
It surprised you?
Yeah, a surprise. Yeah, absolutely.
For a while, we all thought that was it for the Dipset subs, until we found out there's more.
I forget the name of the song Kanye and Jay-Z did. That first single when they was like in the Back to the Future car.
Live from the Mercer, run up on Yeezy the wrong way, I might murk it.
That song probably came out like 2 months or a month or two, whatever, after we said something about Kanye. He said in the bars, he said, flee in the F450, I might murk you. What did he say? Wait, hold on. He said,
flee in the G450, I might surface.
Political refugee asylum can be purchased.
Political refugee asylum can be purchased.
And then he said he'll purchase asylum. Like, but it was like all.
Everything's for sale, got 5 passports, I'm never going to jail.
Wait, before we go too far in this video, please do me one small favor and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Also, hype me up.
Just like me and Nas was brewing.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at the Summer Jam. It was a bunch of like little things that led up to that point. And then when it happened, it happened.
Before Jay-Z became the businessman, sending shots from the top floor, he had to survive New York. And every borough had artists that felt that the crown belonged to them. One of Jay-Z's earliest subjects of a sub would be the first self-proclaimed GOAT, the one who actually established the name GOAT, LL Cool J. Early on, Dame would hunt down LL to get a battle with Jay, which eventually happened. A battle even LL would admit he lost.
So yes, did I run out of rhymes? Was I finished rapping? Absolutely. Was it their peanut gallery? Absolutely.
Well, when Jay-Z began to find his place in the industry, it was in the middle of when LL began to troll Dolores Tucker, who felt like all rap albums should be censored. He would do such on the track called Airplay, which Jay would use to take shots.
Okay, Notorious Tucker, don't bleep it. The shit sound good, we gon' keep it. Cause it's a jam that you love that don't be getting no airplay. Airplay, I go platinum off a hearsay. It's your year, Jay. Get off my been my year. Talking to a winner here.
In response, LL, who was still relevant at the time, would fire back, apparently taking shots on the video, Who Do You Love? Showcasing the same Lexus brand that Jay-Z made famous, a move that he was still denied to this day.
There was another rumor that the song Loungin', your song Loungin' was about Hov.
I mean,
because at the time he was known for the Lexus and you was, why you looking at me like he was known for the Lexus and you?
You got stock in Lexus? I can't rap about a Lexus like.
But was any of those bars about Jay?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Though hard to tell if it's a shout out or not, Jigga would reference a famous LL bar on Change the Game, song with other subs.
It's a comeback, I run rap. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
The situation would worsen when Jay became president of Def Jam. LL would be one of the artists to claim Carter was playing foul, promising a full diss track that never came.
I'm about to smack some cats around here soon. They talking a little reckless out there. They stepped in and, gotten themselves in trouble. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. This next couple of months of hip-hop is about to be real exciting and a lot of fun.
But still, to this day, when you mention Jay-Z around LL, you can tell something is still there.
Some of that kind of with LL, like, you really want that?
Oh,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do dudes really want the problems, or is it just a nice story to have?
Now, LL's claims will be nothing in comparison to this next artist, who will see Jay-Z's passive moves throughout his entire career. The subs between Jay-Z and Jadakiss would start off with uncanny business moves, forcing himself on remixes of songs that Jada was featured on.
Yo, I got so many bags of money that they won't fit in the bank.
Yes, y'allin', Jigga man be ballin', leave chicks pigeon-toed, some of them be crawlin', get the best of you whenever I put my all in.
East side to the west side, live it up while you can, even the best die, so
After the Belvy, then it's probably Chris, and after the original, it's probably this. Yes, my Fiesta.
True, like the Hov was playing like corporate politics, like whenever you would be on a record.
Yeah, you seen that? You see what he was doing? Nah, I'll do the original, they do the remix. Yeah, Fiesta remix. Yep. The original, the Maya joint. Yep. Mm-hmm. It was just like, you know what I mean? You want to poke the bear?
This will play just a small part in the overall subs being thrown between Roc-A-Fella and Ruff Ryders. The competition would happen even when both groups shared the same tracks.
You actually took shots at Jay on that song, yo.
I always took shots in verses. That's where during that time, it was all of a lot of shots going back and forth, but
don't give a who you are, so who you are. I don't care about a pretty bitch, watch y'all call.
The subs will become clearer in Jay-Z's track Do It Again, where he would state Jada and the Lox stood in comparison to him.
You got a flow, that's cool with me. You got a little dough, that's cool with me. You got a little cars, little jewelries, but none of y'all motherfucking can fool with me.
Jada would then reply back with an entire sub track called Hands Up.
Everybody get it up. Throw the hands up.
Come on, put your hands up. Nah, stop that. Put your hands down.
You got a flow, that's cool with me.
Oh, I got the master flow, fast and slow. You wanna know who the best is? Ask your holder.
What seemed to be a promising battle would end up only being a footnote, being that Jay-Z would pass the battle on to Beanie Sigel. Now, that probably was a blessing for Jason, but when it comes to the fight for the crown of New York, Queens would definitely be on the menu. For years, there will be a subliminal back and forth between Prodigy and Jay-Z. Prodigy will be seen as one of the premier artists in New York from the mid-90s to the 2000s, a title that Jay would cut short. But before then, there would be plenty of subs. Prodigy would mention Marcy Projects on the Infamous album. Jay would take offense and send subs on the track Where I'm From.
Jetted through Moxy, cause D's ain't backing me. Word, son, they got us on the run, son.
I'm from the other side where other guys don't walk too much.
I ain't peep it. Back then when that song came out, Moxy song first came out, like, oh, he talk about me in that song, yo. And he did our little bitch with the plastic cups in the hood.
In the video, he would even wear the red jersey like Prodigy and Shook Ones.
Then Shook Ones came out. Then Jay came with the plastic cups, football jerseys, in the projects.
Well, Mobb Deep would be front and center in the East and West Coast beef, and Jay would clown Prodigy for letting Snoop come through and crush the buildings.
Like New York been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings.
As if he's not a New Yorker.
Roll with my guns. Cold with the if you slow with my ones, hit the flow when I come.
Use it slower, trying to speak the done language. What the drilly with that though? It ain't banging.
This will be leading up to the famous hip-hop moment at Summer Jam, where Prodigy ballerina moves will be shown to the entire world. After that, Prodigy will waste no time alerting the world of the evilness of Jay-Z, both directly and through subs.
I tell you a little secret, it's a secret. Government that worship an owl. They practice witchcraft to harness their power. You thought you was the man, turned out to be a chump. You thought something sweet, believe Jay if you want.
Sean would spin the block again in 2007 with an album that a lot of people would say was a sub against Prodigy within itself. American Gangsta will be deemed Jay-Z's version of Prodigy's aura, something that Prodigy will proclaim till he eventually pass from choking on an eggshell. Keeping it Queens, I think by now we're all familiar with the moment that Jay-Z's subliminal disses will come back to bite him. For months before their epic exchange, Jay-Z and Nas would trade subliminals for years.
Girls dig you, imagine what they feel for me. You make hot songs and she know you still for me.
The one that mostly stuck out is when Jay-Z would make his version of Come and Get Me from Nas.
If you ill, come get me, cause I ain't running. If the gun's off the hook, then we both be gunning.
My game changed, but my mind frame remains the same. I gotta protect what's mine. Shit, I started from nothing. 0 zip. I made my way hustling.
When asked where the inspiration for the song originated, this was his response.
And it's called Come and Get Me. You know, like I was driving around, I was in the projects one day and I was leaving the projects and everybody was like, yo, you know, be careful, da 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 da. When I really did that song, I started thinking of the verses for that right there in the car, right after the conversation.
Most notably, the track that would alert Nas what was to come is ironically one of my favorite subliminal tracks of Jay-Z to date. Is That Your Bitch?
Gradually, I'm taking over yo, coming over yo. Got my feet up on your sofas, man. I'm eating posters from an open hand.
Sean was secretly smashing Nas's baby mama, Carmen. He would use this track to detail the situation, and we all know what happens after that. Now, one artist that would make this subliminal list would be the former bad boy Mase. Reportedly, the fiasco started when Mase was dating a woman named Arion who was also dating someone in the Roc-A-Fella camp.
You guys were throwing shots at each other. That was based on what?
That was based on a young lady named Arion that I put in a skit.
Jay-Z, not up for games, would unleash an entire subliminal track called Imaginary Players.
Yeah, he was talking about me because at that time, I don't think nobody saw nobody get that flamboyant with the rolling.
Right.
Where's all the ice with all the platinum under that? Those ain't Rolex diamonds. What the f you done to that?
Hov was the first rapper to rock platinum and nice, which gave him credibility to question Mase's whole idea of what being a player is.
Now, when he said those are Rolex diamonds, they were still real diamonds. It just wasn't factory. Like everybody wear today. They wear.
Y'all rapping ass niggas, y'all funny to me. You selling records being you, but still you wanna be me.
What you say?
I think I said something on a record and people like kind of put it towards Hov when really I was just trying to be the best. I was
What you say?
Niggas never want a problem like we want it.
Yo, cats never want a problem like we want it. When Harlem World double up, we put G's on it.
When Harlem World double up, we put G's on it because me and Hov and Busta, we all dropped on the same day.
Yeah.
So my first album, his first album, and Busta album all dropped on the first day. And after my joint sold, I was just talking.
Mase, who was a powerhouse at the time, would fire back on the 112 track, Love Me, stating that Jay-Z has the platinum on his wrist, but at that point, Jay-Z had never went platinum with album sales.
What we hear is platinum that, platinum this, platinum whips. Nobody got no platinum hits.
The debate would end once and for all with Jay-Z's track Ride or Die.
You see the respect I get every time I come through. Check your own videos, you always be number 2.
Here, he would detail Mase's publishing contract where he would state back then that Mase was getting screwed on his deal.
That niggas severely punish them, especially those that get for they publish it.
The killer sub would be Jay, stating he made more money off of a feature he had on Mase's album than Mase himself.
Always gotta be the weakest nigga out the crew. I probably make more money off your album than you.
Being the politician he is, of course, Jay-Z would deny any beef with Bad Boy when questioned.
Excuse me, Puppy, there being, you know, we got a lot of respect for them. We liking everything they got coming out of there.
This would be water under the bridge, being that Jay-Z would finally get the crown that he lusts for. And with the crown comes great responsibility. And Jay-Z will partake this great responsibility with subs in hand. And boy, were newcomers getting attacked left and right. One rapper thirsty for Jay's attention will be Queen's rapper who made it his duty to get underneath other New York rappers' skin. On a song, How to Rob, 50 Cent would include Jay-Z's name in the mix.
Nigga just sold like 4 milli, got something to live for. Don't want a nigga putting folk through that Bentley coupe dope.
And Jay-Z would do exactly what Jay-Z does. Have a cordial conversation with Curtis Jackson backstage at Summer Jam, and then hit him with the sub.
Before I was going to do Summer Jam, the first one with the 50 Cent thing, we was on the side of the stage talking about the whole thing. Like, you know, I respect your record. Yeah, I like that record. It was hot. But you know I gotta spank you dogs. That was the conversation. No doubt, do your thing.
Go against chicken, your ass is bitch. I'm about $1. What the f is 50 cents? Go to war.
That would help him birth one of the greatest runs in New York hip-hop history coming from 50. Jigga wouldn't get it, being that 50 made it big partially from surviving almost a half clip of shots.
I'm afraid of the future. Y'all respect the one who got shot. I respect the shooter.
Being that this would actually help out 50 Cent rather than set him back, there was a Compton rapper that saw this and would do anything in his power that he could to get just any type of word or sub from Jay-Z. The Game. One of his main targets would be Sean Carter, who almost everyone wanted a response from, as he was en route to become the richest rapper ever.
Because you used to say you don't take shots at legends.
Man, that was the young me, but I was dumb then. You know what I'm saying? I've wisened up. Now I'm smart. Now the thing to do is take shots at legends.
With no boss in sight, Game was free to go at the God MC with no worries. And he would do this continuously. He would go so aggressively at Jay-Z, he would spite his own face.
You 38 and you still rapping.
Even bringing up a Jay-Z fan on stage to clown him.
Yo, turn the lights on, man. I was finding a Jay-Z fan, man. Oh, there you go. Come in, man. It's all good. Come in. You got your rock in the stock. Come in.
First, trying to set him up to say the N-word. Then, using Jay-Z lyrics to berate the man.
Hey, yo, you know what? You a Jay-Z fan, right? But Jay-Z said he don't with the dudes that wear tight pants.
Finally, the sub-king, Jay-Z, who at the time might have been at his lyrical peak, took the time to throw a final warning. And he would do it how Jay-Z does, as a subliminal, making sure Jay-Z could only get minimal coverage for it.
You playing the bang, I'm playing the bang too. You playing the games, I'm seeing the thing through. You saying my name to entertain your crew. I ain't playing no games, shit exchange through. You playing the game, you know you ain't gonna win. Quit playing them childish games with grown men. I don't give a fuck about cars or chrome rims. I got apartments you can put your home in. Can I live?
And when asked if this diss was about the game, here was his response.
The game.
I like the game. The game is changing all the time, and you know I've been dominating the game forever.
Okay, I respect that, but let's go into the game. The artist.
Oh,
you mentioned his name on the freestyle in the concert.
Well, okay, now tell me exactly what I said.
Okay, I might.
No. Tell me exactly what I said.
A rapper from Compton just begging for attention, like a groupie.
Oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh,
exactly.
Tell groupie to get over it.
But I know that, you know, he listens, and I know that he respects me because he responds sometimes. Like on One Blood, when I hit him with you're 38 and you still rapping. You 38 and you still rapping. He came with I used to think rapping at 38 was ill till last year I grossed about 38 mil.
I used to think rapping at 38 was ill. Well, last year alone I grossed 38 mil.
Do we think that Hov is too big for this? Or
in his mind.
Or is he pow-powing?
Yeah, you can be both. It's the same thing. I'm not fully engaging with you. You're not worth that.
Now, when it comes to being on top, it was evident that Jay-Z was serious and was willing to do anything that he could to stop the momentum of others. Dane would once point out Sean's tactics of taking over tracks.
Jay had a pattern of doing that, of just jacking his records.
Yeah.
Well, a young Def Jam artist would experience this play when Joe Budden lit up the entire tri-state area with the track Pump It Up. As the track gained steam, Joe claimed there was moves trying to get Jay-Z on the remix.
Is it true that you asked Jay-Z to get on Pump It Up, and he said, give me $250,000?
That's the rumor. Well, I don't even know how to receive that. I just know that I don't have 250 grand. I think Webb put the battery in my back.
Not wanting Joe to profit off the collab, Jay-Z would take the instrumental himself and pretty much put out his own version on mixtapes, essentially giving it away for free.
Give me that beat, fool. It's a full-time jack move.
And while Joe Budden's and Jay-Z's subliminal back and forth will be short-lived, it will be repeated the same for others.
AKA the fat gangsta. I'm no joke and I'm far from a prankster.
With a beef is inevitable, summertime's unforgettable. Boosters in abundance, buy half-price sweater new.
Including the Terror Squad, who had tracks stolen and performance dates shared with Jay-Z that were ruined from Jigga messing up the deal. This materialized at a well-known brawl at Club Carbon where Memphis Bleak would break a champagne bottle on a Terror Squad member's head.
We had drama in the club, bottle fights, niggas was throwing major bottles.
While some say Jay-Z swung at Fat Joe and missed.
Party, too much Bacardi started speaking dumb. Think you tried to snuff Joe, must have been Puerto Rican rum.
Big Pun would pass and Fat Joe would hold on to this beef, which would eventually move on to the basketball court. Jay-Z and Fat Joe both had high-stake teams in a rival game at the legendary Rutgers Park.
My God, I know he's not trying to come in my zone, in my area.
Boys in the building!
Jay-Z would have to forfeit the game after the first match was canceled due to a blackout. Fat Joe made sure to send his shot.
Matter of fact, I don't want to speak about the Rucker. Not even Pee Wee Kirkland could imagine this. My team didn't have to play to win the championship.
Jay-Z had enough. He would go on to do a direct diss at Fat Joe, which was never officially released, but years later it will be leaked.
When you're offbeat DJ, if anything he play sound familiar, I wait till Pharrell say, now I'ma have to diss you, Joe, you can get a smack for that.
This makes the Subliminal list because when asked if he had problems with Fat Joe and Terror Squad, this is what he said.
No, that's that's an old freestyle that I did 6-7 years ago. DJ Khaled wasn't even in the picture, so that ain't about nothing. It's all cool. It's no problem there.
By the mid-2000s, Jay-Z was no longer just fighting for the throne, he was defending it. And that meant the next generation had to learn the same lesson the old guard learned. If you mention Hov's name, the subs will fly. When Jay-Z first retired, Lil Wayne would staple the quote, "The greatest rapper alive since the greatest rapper retired." This would come after feeling slighted after meeting Jay-Z to potentially join the Roc.
It was at the 40-40, he was at the 40-40 in the daytime. And when I got up there, he was talking, it was Denzel, it was Derek Jeter, and they up there just laughing at jokes I just don't get. And that man offered me $175.
It wouldn't happen because of Baby.
I had a meeting with Wayne. I had a relationship with Baby, so I used to go to New Orleans. I would hang out with him. I called him out of respect, like, yo, I was talking to Wayne. After that, I think we received a letter at our office for like torturous interference. And I was like, whoa.
Is it sports? Jay would come out of retirement with, you guessed it, subs.
Hop to a few little, I can only view little, it's like little niggas. I'm on fire still. These young voices like fire drills. False alarms, the next dawn, he ain't got it, on to the next one.
But Lil Wayne, during one of the greatest runs, would release his own subliminal diss track to Jay-Z's Show Me What You Got track. He would do this on his mixtape, The Drought 3.
Funny how the fish do burn, put your boy just relax like a fresh new perm, as the world in the barrel of the pistol turn.
And he would utterly destroy this track.
When it comes down to this recording, I must be LeBron James if he's Jordan. No, I want rings with my performance. I'm more Kobe Bryant up in all this.
While this would silence the giant for a while, but not too long, Jigga would fire back on the track Ham. He would take his shots at baby Birdman Williams, who for months was going around woofing about how Cash Money has more money than Roc-A-Fella Records.
Jay-Z just got voted #1 by MTV, #1 MC. What do you make of that?
I don't think he's #1 MC.
Wow, okay.
In no kind of way. Wayne the best, he do the most, and he make the most money.
Yeah.
I don't think no nigga in the business make more money than us.
A baby from Cash Money constantly saying Weezy is more lyrical and has more money than Jay-Z.
Being lyrical is just a matter of opinion. It's who you like. So, that's his opinion. As far as money, I mean, that's a little more factual.
Like these rappers rap about all that shit that I do really. I'm like really half a billion, really, you got baby money.
Well, Wayne would take that shot at his daddy personal and cross the line on a track named It's Good, bringing Beyonce into the fray.
Talk about baby money, I got your baby money. Kidnap your bitch, get that how much you love your lady money.
Afterwards, during the Vibe magazine interview, he'd state he's not worried about a reply. No worries. Years later, on the track La Familia, Jigga will finally respond welcoming the threat from the Cash Money crew.
Kidnap white feet, good luck with that, bruh. You must go and hide your whole family.
The next rapper to catch a sub will be a shock to everyone, including himself. Future will be more than shocked to hear his name in a sub on the track Kill Jay-Z when he addressed Kanye as well, putting his family situation in the bright lights. Rumored to be cheating on Beyonce, he would use Future to envision a future of limited access with his son while he's raised by another man.
I don't even know what you would have done in the future other niggas playing football with your son.
And just like Hov did with Ye, he would deny that it had anything to do with Future.
And I was like, I really don't mean any malice. What I mean by that is the way his situation plays out, because he's such a public figure, my mind would have played out that way. And maybe
when you hear a line like Jay-Z say, playing football in the future, niggas
yeah, but then when Jay-Z, when I talked to him, I didn't really say that. I don't, man, I didn't mean it like that. Like, and I was just like, you supposed to be bigging up the rap community. You need to let the, you know what I'm saying? Like, the NFL deal with it.
It doesn't make any sense. We just made a song together. I don't have any problems, man. I don't have a reason.
And yet Future would not be the only auto-tunes rapper to catch a sub. You see, Jay-Z tried to kill the entire craft years ago. On the track DOA, Death of Auto-Tune, this was a sub at the entire thought of auto-tune replacing rappers. One of the faces he would use to throw a jab at would be T-Pain. Now, this one line would change the trajectory of T-Pain, who for a moment was one of the biggest names in hip-hop.
You rappers singing too much. Get back to rap, you T-Painin' too much.
T-Pain would assume this would stop everything for him.
If he's saying y'all niggas T-Painin' too much, Jay-Z said y'all T-Painin' too much.
Even jumping on stage almost as if he was daring Jay-Z to say the sub in person. Which he did. And when asked if this was a diss towards T-Pain, this was his response.
You know, the meaning of it was really, it was more of a challenge than a diss record. I guess a lot of people took it as a diss record, but for me, it was more of a challenge. I'm not saying I hate auto-tune.
The strange thing about Jay-Z Subliminals is sometimes they don't come during a battle. They come years later when the person thinks the moment has passed. And those are the lines that cuts the deepest. After being off the stage for years, Jay-Z would go viral using his #1 weapon, the subliminal diss.
Niggas look up the hove, I never looked up to them.
And at the Roots picnic, he would have vicious bars about an artist who has spent the last couple years dragging his name through the digital mud, Nicki Minaj. When 3 million documents from the Epstein files were released, Nicki jumped on a report connecting Jay-Z to Harvey Weinstein, insisting Sean Carter was a part of an elaborate circle of abuse.
As they do their ritual tonight, God Almighty will reveal himself to them. The ritual will backfire on them. God will not be mocked. Blessed is the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
She called Jay-Z a predator. Her husband, her brother, her boss, all had files.
As well as something that he was wrongfully accused of doing when he was 15 years old.
With one once claiming there are no files. She didn't throw stones. She detonated a grenade from inside the glass house. And after months of silence, Sean would finally use the Roots picnic to fire back at Nicki.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with her. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
Now, these bars would strengthen the long-time rumor of Nicki being addicted to that.
I mean, I don't f with horses. I said it's 700 horses. When we fixing to leave?
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
Then he would point out the hypocrisy of Nicki being married to a registered SA offender.
Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
Almost 30 years of passive-aggressive shots thrown at rappers who really didn't get the chance to capitalize off of it. But this is more so behavior rather than just sneaky lyrics. And Mr. Carter would show this during a recent interview where he would downplay the thought of writing lyrics to disrespect another human being.
And you know, you had the battle, it was fun, and then you moved on.
Right.
Right now, I don't know if it could stand it with the technology that we have.
You would have thought he's a totally different person than the one I've been showing you.
Not like, yo, this song, I like this. Yeah. You know, it's like trying to tear down the people's life.
Yeah.
It's like trying to, you know, wreck this guy's marriage or this guy's relationship with his child. And it's like, I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore.
Now, while some in the new era look down on subliminal dissing, I personally think in some situations it's needed. It's the perfect way for someone like Jay, who has been targeted for clout, to respond. It's a way to rob your opponent of the full media coverage it would get had it been a direct diss. And like it or not, Jay-Z is the king of it. And get this, you haven't even made it through the entire list yet. Here's a list of rappers that Jay either had one quick line about, or some you probably even forgot he dissed.
Look at your name, same as the letters of your God. People put it together, ain't finished, but you nooks in your game.
Shout out to Grandmaster Flash and the Cast, and even Jazz bum ass.
Who the last figure that you heard spit this great? No other than myself and late great Notorious.
Using my name in vain like I won't damage the ball. Big nigga been shooting your fat ass out of cannons before. I'm that niggas pumpers, first thinking evil, Knievel jumpers.
When Jay-Z creates this whole drug dealer, drug lord, I'm a drug dealer, I'm a drug lord. These kids, and we gotta do it too, to be like Jay-Z. Not knowing that this is all made up shit.
To say some more love, I wouldn't believe it either. I be like Jay-Z's a cheater, I wouldn't listen to reason either. I wear more bling to the swords and soul trains, more chains and rings, gonna do a thing, I bang.
Forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away. That changes now, Sean. You must respond.
West introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still with him.
That
nut ass nigga still stuttering.
Oh, I assume we forget. Maybe your memory bad. But stay proud, that's who you call when I was all on your ass.
Thank you for watching. If you like this, I'm pretty sure you'll like my other cap stories, including Jay-Z cap story part 1. And if you really want to support the channel, I'd appreciate if you would subscribe to my Patreon channel, where you can catch all these cap stories, unfiltered, raw, and some of them I give early access. You can also add me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, because you never know if something were to happen to this page. Well, anyways, you know how we like to end our videos over here at Moxy Approve, right? With that water, I'll see y'all here next time on Moxy Approve.